When traversing the battlefield, there are many things that can strike fear in a warlord's eyes. One of them is large halberds swaying in the sky or sticking out towards them from formation. This is especially true when the units wielding them are halberdier sergeants. So, is this fear substantial enough for you to employ a unit of your own? Halberdier sergeants are a 4.5-star heroic era area of denial unit. They will cost 230 leadership to employ them. The unit sports 4 traits. Swamp. This trait increases damage against cavalry units by 16% and reduces an attacked cavalry unit's movement speed by 60% for 2 seconds. Shield Breakers. This unit is skilled at penetrating enemy armor and will deal significant damage to heavily armored foes. Heavy Armor. This unit wears heavy armor, making it difficult to harm. Fire Resistant. This unit's armor is less vulnerable to thermal weapons than other units of the same era. There are 3 formations to employ with Halberdier Sergeants. Dispersed. The unit spreads out a little to lessen the damage from concentrated ranged attacks. Phalanx. The unit forms a dense formation intended to concentrate the unit's attack and defense capabilities. The unit also will by default stand firm in this formation. Schiltron. The unit forms a circle for all-around defense. The unit is vulnerable to artillery in this formation. Halberdier Sergeants have 2 different unit orders. Charge. You order your unit to charge to a designated location. This inflicts high penetration damage on enemies in that unit's path. Stand Firm. Order the unit to guard the area around their current position. It is only available when in the Phalanx formation. There are 2 different veterancy lines available. For either line, there is a 5% increase to slashing armor penetration. Both lines have a focus on damage and defenses, but the top line focuses on charging and the non-formation combat. Some notable nodes are the increase to damage and penetration after charging. They may knock back enemies during melee, and the increase to enemies attacked with a single strike. The bottom line focuses more on bracing. Some notable nodes are the increase to penetration while bracing. Bracing weapons stuns the target, increase to attack in a single strike while bracing, and movement speed increase. Both lines are valid with Halberdier Sergeants. They both offer solid defense increases and damage increases, as well as attack increases. I tend to run and recommend the bottom line. The Stand Firm order is excellent for Halberdier Sergeants, since they can attack in any direction while braced. They are a great unit to set up in a mob of allies. If someone tries to flank, they get a nasty surprise. But we'll talk about that more later. As for doctrines, I run the Anti-Cavalry Doctrine, Piercing Damage Doctrine, Rare Polearm Doctrines 1 and 2. My dream loadout would be the Epic Battle Line Doctrine, Epic Polearm Doctrines 1 and 2, as well as the Rare Polearm Doctrines 1 and 2. This improves their brace and charge abilities. Halberdier Sergeants fall into an interesting role. Their brace using Phalanx has strong defense capabilities. The fact they can turn against flanking opponents, as well as have the Swamp trait to hold units in place, is excellent. They also have a respectively strong charge. The big downsides are that their formations are rather large. Phalanx formation can be difficult to effectively use in team formations. The lack of a line formation hurts some of the support capabilities of sergeants. With that being said, if you can place the unit well, they can be an effective unit against enemy charges. One way to get them placed more effectively is to use a combo. When you use the Phalanx formation, the soldiers will move into formation and then brace. To utilize this in a combo, you can use Phalanx, then charge. While charging, use the dispersed formation and then brace them. This will brace them in a tighter formation that is more effective for defending and, placed well, more effective for team formations. I hope this gave you a helpful look at Halberdier Sergeants. If it did, please hit that like button and subscribe. With that, until next time, I'll see you on the battlefield.